We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now Marshall. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Right back to him on first down. And some room to maneuver. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with Marshall. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. This is Marshall, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Hey, on.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second down, Prescott. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. But he's got it to Burns. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. First down, Prescott. He finds Hearns left side. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A first down carry by Elliott. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because if you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep for the Redskins, Jamison Crowder. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team, because now your defense has to make that stand up.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now they'll run it on the toss. He finds an opening past the 40, and he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Will Compton coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Smith. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long.
Hey, gun.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Hey, let's roll. Hey, back up.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Right.
On 1st and 10, Smith. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Hey, on. Hey, 35.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Hey, 35.
And here's Marshall. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
15, yeah. 35.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll try the air now with Smith. This will be caught just inside the 10. That's good for a Redskin first down. Richardson on the reception from Smith. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. Hopkins with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Ardarius Stewart there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And they're not able to hook up there, incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Firing quickly here, and it's complete. And he coughed it up, and the Redskins scoop it. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
Following the fumble recovery, Smith. Throw left side is complete to Reed. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Demarcus Lawrence in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Let's go. Let's go. 15.
3rd and long, it's Smith. This one caught by Crowder. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey,
Again to Elliott. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Get out.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. After the interception, here's Smith. Dumps it off for Geis. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most active.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Paul Richardson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott, eluding the pressure right. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Smith. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And Hopkins' kick is good. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And oh my, mistake there. Backs up, takes a fair catch at the 3-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Prescott now on 2nd down. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
He'll get it up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. Flush to his right. Toward the pylon, caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. It's the fullback with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On 2nd down, Prescott again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
On 1st down, it's Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go, 47.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And that is caught by Darius Stewart. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a 1st down. Prescott now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Hey, we're going right there. 26.
The give is to Elliott. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 31 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough, and he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And this is caught at the 8. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We'll go 47.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
52. 35.
And they'll go ground game here to the tailback. Powering his way forward. A huge play there for Washington. 77 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Collins coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Smith. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Hey, slot. Hey, back up.
Smith now to throw. Steps away to his left. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Well, that kind of catch is supposed to pay off with at least a 1st down, isn't it?
Instead, he'll just add it to his highlight reel, but they don't pick up the first.
Yeah, he gets the yardage, he gets the catch, but now they have a decision to make.
And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the left hash, this from 37. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. 2nd down, Prescott. Complete to Stewart, right side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
His throw incomplete. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, here we go. Wide 80.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Troy Apke. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Back to throw, Smith. Buying time to his left. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Ripley's. Orange. Let's go. Let's go. 15. Hey, back up.
Smith now throwing again. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it now. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They go to Elliott again. A nice little juke. Oh, now he bowls him over. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They'll run with Elliott, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Now Elliott. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 33. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's King. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So for Washington, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.